Alright guys, what's going on? This is the deck. Shoot bow in. We're putting in a little bit of rape down in the back 5 acres here. Show you some cool stuff. Got my potatoes. Gotta put a live trap out because I got something digging in these. Digging. There's another spot over here where they've been digging. They actually are freaking pulling out the potatoes I'm growing. Little sons of guns. So I'm gonna put a live trap out there tonight. Hopefully I can catch them. Got the watermelons growing in the backyard here. Need the honeybees to work extra hard. Get these suckers growing, get some melons on them. But they're doing okay. Got a good inch of rain today. So that's gonna get them things really rocking and rolling. But seedless watermelons it's definitely hard to grow first year trying it. But this is where we are going to plant rape tonight. Got my sunflower plantation. We'll check that out. I see one or two, actually a couple started flowering today. Here's a soybean disaster. They came up and the deer kind of hammered them and I just sprayed them, but it's really not worth keeping around. I'll just till all of this up and put rape in. But here are the sunflowers and there are already bees just attacking these things. I mean, that's kind of why I planted this, to protect this back little area so we can actually shoot deer. There's a road up yonder. You can't really see back here, but it's nothing too special. But these sunflowers grew decent. I can do better next year. Hopefully they'll be, you know, above my head. But it's kind of cool. But look at this. There's a few more out here that are thinking about doing a little blossoming, and I think they actually are flowered up for a couple weeks to a month. So this will be a gorgeous little area. Some of these actually stalked up pretty good, but my problem was I planted them way too close together, like way too close together. I actually taped up holes on the drill. So I mean, the way these beans are planted, this is how the sunflowers would have been planted, but I spaced it out a little bit. But next year, if I use that same drill, I gotta tape 2 holes and turn down the cedar. But I mean, the deer really didn't eat a whole lot over here, but at my other sunflower plantation, they just freaking hammered the sunflowers. So we're about to hop on the tractor and get this all tilled up and looking beautiful. It just rained, so this stuff's gonna germinate when it gets hot tomorrow. And hopefully in less than 2 months, we will be killing a deer out of somewheres over there. So we're gonna get this shit done. Alrighty guys, got this tilled up. It's been tilled up quite a bit, 3 or 4 times earlier this spring when I attempted to plant alfalfa. Not going to get into that, how that worked out, but a little bit of alfalfa grew, then some weeds, and I just sprayed the weeds like maybe 3 days ago. So there's still some weeds. They didn't really die, but we got plenty of dirt, and I'm not really worried about all the green. Some of it's soybeans, some of it's like milkweed and a little bit of alfalfa. Not so much worried about that. Normally I'd have a nice clean plot that's been sprayed, but just rain. The soil's got nice moisture in it. You only have so much time, so we're gonna have to make do with the situation we got. But it's time to hook up the old Brilliant seeder. What you got here is cultipacker. Seed drops down, kind of fluffs it out, spaces it out. Then the back cultipacker finishes it all off. And hopefully, with it being a little bit wet, we don't get too much packing on the actual packer and the seed sticks to that, and that would be not good. But we're gonna get this all hooked up and get her seeded and get on our way. So let's do this. I'm gonna put the rototiller down and seed at the same time. Slightly getting the wheel tracks. Oh yeah, she's dropping seed, looking good. Alright, so I finished up seeding this in, and kind of like I expected it to be, this top half actually worked pretty good with the cultipacker and everything. You can see the lines and everything, the cultipacker. Then it got all plugged up as I got over there, and especially in that bottom half where it was very wet. Got everything all plugged up, and I don't know, hopefully seed didn't really stick to it, but it is what it is. This isn't like the most important food plot, but I like to do a good job. Should have probably waited, but only have so much time. But all in all, I think it looks pretty good. Seeded everything, so we just have to wait and see if everything pops up. And can you imagine being a deer here? Got rape about knee high. Sun coming down, little sunflower action in full bloom, coming over this way, and whack! They get the treatment. So it's a pretty big area, pretty neat, and I guess I'll have to keep you updated on how it grows. Gonna hit it with some fertilizer here a couple different times if it does come up decent. Probably some dry when it dries out, and then some foliar fertilizer once it starts growing. So this is the food plot. We'll keep you updated.